Hey guys, how's it going? We are on an estate sale, shop, closing, clean out of bits. This is my second time here. We grabbed a couple of things in, I think it was last fall. Anyway, it is the next summertime coming along. Now the snow has melted away. There's a couple things that I put a bid on and got. One straight ahead is that Snap-on toolbox, which is pretty much empty. You know, most of the Snap-on tools have been removed from it. And then there's another toolbox to the right over there. I think it's, I'm not sure the name that's on, a Lion, something like that. That is had all like the specialty tools, that's what I was told, in it. So I put a bid on that also. And I got that, yeah, Lion is the name of that one. So we're gonna go grab both of these, load them up along with some other stuff, and we'll bring it all back to the shop. I'm not sure if I'll show you more video of here or not. It's gonna be kind of busy, but if not, we'll regroup at the shop. If so, I will add a little clips here and there as far as what we're loading up. All right, guys, I got some work to do before it gets dark, so I'm gonna go have at it. We got one rescued so far. Well, one and an eighth. We'll call this little one right here. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. And now we're ready for number 2. Straight on. The door stay shut. What? Got a motorcycle lift table that is going to come with us. I don't think it's very wide, probably 24 inches wide. I'm going to try to get it between the toolboxes. If not, I'm going to put both boxes on one side and we'll slide the table over there. I know it's dark. There you go. So it's a handy lift. Probably looks like 90s, comparable to what I already have. No extensions. It looks like it was just used for motorcycles because it's got the motorcycle chuck up on top of it. That's a fancy one. All right, let's get that out in the daylight. Alright, well, we made it back to the office pretty much unscathed. My Spider-Man tie-down system seems like it held up. Pulled over twice to just kind of check them and tighten them down a little bit. Hit a little bit of rain. I think that probably helped us wash some of the crap off of them. And let's go unload them. See what we got. We'll open the drawers up and we'll kind of like scan through them real quick. And then we'll take our time, take everything out of them and make piles together of like stuff and see if we can figure out from there what is what. All right. No, it's not a TV. Open and it falls over. The locks are busted out of them, so nothing's holding them shut. This one I think I have ratchet straps going around it. Facing the wrong way. Go spin them around. Which one you want to look at first? You see them? My best Vanna White. So this one looks like a late 80s Snap-on Lion. Do you remember who sold that? I thought it was like one of the box stores. Like a Sears, but not Sears. So shall we go Or one of them was the one that had the specialty tools. I already forgot which one's which. We'll start with the snap-on box too. A lot of the junk that was on top, I just kind of pulled into the drawers. So there's like a lot of miscellaneous, who knows, kind of thing. And here's like just a bunch of screwdrivers and an air hammer with an extension on it. There's probably more. Wire cutters, test light. Hopefully, we find some the higher end stuff, you know. Nada. 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 Hammers and handheld. It might be a little bit easier to see. Kind of like so. We'll give her a quickie. Looks like some homemade wrenches and nothing spectacular in there. Is that a claw? That's a 1/4" drive that swivels. Chapman set in that yellow box. Same over here. Some bits. Razor blade scraper for probably doing inspection stickers. Gate open. What we got going on here? A level. Is that a bicycle pump? I think so. Welding goggles. Like I said, I don't think this one's got much of. What's that? Maybe a toolkit to a. Say on it. I don't know what. Made in USA, so US car. I don't know if that's part of it though. Is it? Get my glasses. Made in Italy. So that's for one of the. That's probably another one of those toolkits that we saw in the Alpha. And yeah, this is the same location where the Alpha came from. Shall we? How do we slide it back? There you go. Well, little bits of amp gauge. How would that work? You just put it right on a wire. Pressure tester. Tire pressure gauge, tubing cutter, feel gauges, torch maybe? Or propane torch? Alright. Again, I didn't expect to find too much that's... That was weird, huh? Oh, I thought they were together. Oil filter wrenches. Made in USA. Some goodies in here. Let's go look at the other one, then we'll take all this stuff out. It goes pretty deep. Got some boxes in there. Timing light. Looks like an old snap-on timing light. Let's go to number 2. This one should have more. Uh-oh. I think I might have to get in there and be able to turn that. I don't know if I can turn the whole thing. Let me put you down. I'm going to try to get it locked itself again, so. There we go. We're in. Are the drawers open or? There we go. Let's not latch. Porsche Trans Mod, and just make sure there's no someone's name on it. All right. What do we got? We got all kinds of shockets. Mac tools, 1/2" drive. It's like a pretty complete set. It's metric, which is nice. Up to what? 32mm. And a Mac extension set. We got some snap-on stuff over here. Here's the good stuff. The other box. There's actually another box besides this box was full of snap-on stuff. And I had the opportunity to buy that, but all those tools were taken out and sold to one of like retail, wholesale, like used tool store. I don't know if you towns have any of those stuff. We got specialty sockets, that's for like 4-wheel drive hubs and all. So make them all this stuff. USA KD. So that is German, has it. I don't know what that assembly is. A press. Again, specialty tools, so a lot of the stuff I'm not going to recognize, and you guys may. Maybe tie rod? What would that be? Again, we'll pop them all out here and look at them later. Again, German. Use extension. I wonder if that is for CV joints, German cars. That's some stuff I can use. This is a flow gauge for carbs. Put them on the face of the carb. I have one of these already. It shows you how much airflow is going through it. You can adjust the two carbs together. What is that? Cam of sorts for taking something with an ID apart. Snap-on ratchet. Hold on one second. Yeah, truck was leaving outside when the noise go by. So these look like a bunch of, again, all the German tooling. I don't know what they are for. The different kind of setups that are on them. All half-inch drive. So they got to be something fairly beefy. Again, my guess is like maybe front-end work. All these pieces. Yeah. And see if the ratchet's any good. No, it's got no pawl in the center of it. I know sometimes I have a junk drawer I have set up. Let's go look at another floor. We won't lock that one. Let's go back up, see what we got on here. Bunch of paperwork. I'll hide that. We have a snap-on diesel pulse adapter. I don't know what that would do. Turn the instrument on when not. I don't know. It's got instructions with it. We'll kind of go figure it out. Anybody know what that is for? We have. It's like a ballast resistor. 15K VW something. Electrical pulse emitter. I don't know, is that for testing fuel injection, diesel fuel injection? To fire the injector? Maybe this is like a vial for seeing how much fuel comes out of that injector? Yes, no, maybe? Probably tell us if we read it. Injection, yeah, for checking injector quality. We have another flow meter, broken. Might still work though. Testing injectors. I have a feeling that everything in this drawer. What's that? What is that? Enter and function. And then there's that. They go together? No. Well, that's a questionable one. BMW reset tool adapter. So it must be the same, maybe for brakes. You're doing brakes to, I don't know. We have a bunch of, yeah. So this is all the paperwork. There was a bunch of old analyzers over there in the corner. Apparently this is for that. I didn't disappoint when we said there was a bunch of specialty stuff. Again, looks like another fuel injector tester. Back then it was only $169. How old do you think that is? 80s maybe? I don't see a date on it. All right, another floor. Let's go to another floor. Uh-oh. Maybe back to the combination lock. You back up a little. Probably get a drawer right out of it. We'll just cancel it for now. What did I do to make it work? Twist? I wonder if I can get that top drawer out. Let me see if we can get this top drawer out on the hinges, and I'll try to disable that. What do we got for... We may just have to put slides. And maybe we just push these in or something. Or up or down. Yeah, down. That'll unlock it. Let me get that drawer right out of there. Sometimes it's good anyway because stuff falls behind the drawers. We did a toolbox restoration about a year or two ago. Brought that toolbox to my house. Had it? And where'd it go? Let me find stuff back on there. So once, I think I might be one solid floor in between. Let's go look. I would think we'd be able to. Usually they lock across the back. There's like a bar that goes across the back. We can. No. Good, it's a roller one though. That's nice. Let me go see if I can go give it a reach around and figure out what's going on inside here. Probably if we get this one open, I might be able to get this one out and gut it. Let me see what's going on. Let's go. Anything? Definitely looks like it's been hacked at for a while, huh? I got it again. Let's go see if we can get, of course, they're all still locked. You got it. I think it kind of like holds it in place. Well, this one's different. Of course it is. It doesn't have those levers on the side. We got to slide like a feel gauge in on the sides of them. Can I? There's a whole apparatus hanging down. Can I? I feel where it is. See if it will stay. Yeah, now we got it. All right. Leave that one open because there's nothing in it. Let's go finish our tour. Toolbox tour guide. And what do we got here? A bunch of I don't knows. Easy outs. Little drill bit set. There's a snap on them. Mac, it says on it. Let me get you back in the stand. You good? All right. Glasses on. Go cast some light down on what we're doing. Stir it. I would think it's like most of it, and maybe it's missing a gauge. Maybe we'll find more in here for it. Got a micrometer, drill bit, nope. A miscellaneous set of different taps and like leftover parts. Tap handle, tap. Looks like at some time that was a set of something in the back. It's kind of a wash. And who's that made by? Made in West Germany. Also made in Germany. What are these things? They're familiar. With the, for some reason I want to say like, almost like when you're taking glass out or something. I know that's not it, but I have like a feeling like you're trying to cut glass maybe? The seal around glass. Yeah, we get something in boxes. What is that? Pressure. Goes up to 5,000 pounds. Is it, what do you do, drive on it and it tells you how much something weighs? Brake equalizer, it says on the box. I wouldn't have guessed that one. How do you put it in like, I don't know. How would you use that? And this is where I say I would go with the other piece that we found up top. We have an easy thread repair. We got again, looks like another kind of measuring tool of some sort. So again, probably more for that gauge. Because there was like lathes and stuff there too, so. Another micrometer. These like lenses to something. More magnetic bases, so these go on like, let's go pick something. He's that weird one, huh? It's got some kind of, usually it's so this one you could change. That's pretty cool. You could change the angle of it, lock it, where most of them just have like a magnetic base. It's just flat. You just stick it on something and you articulate a bunch of linkage like this. You'd articulate a bunch of linkage to whatever you're trying to go measure, like run out on something. Anything else on that one? Let's keep on going. Maybe halfway through this toolbox, if that. What is that? I am going to say valve seat. For cutting seats and valves. Would you agree? Yeah, looks like it, huh? And then, so different size valves and then different size bores for where the valve is. Here's new cutting tips on it. Valve seat cutter blades. Yes. And it has 3 of the 4. Gonna have to start spreading. Let's go see what else we got. Bore gauges. These are like, micrometer kind of measures the outside of something. This measures the inside of something. Figure out what it is, and I think you put it in a bore, you lock it, and then you measure it. The motorcycle was being worked on. Telescoping gauge kit is what it says. And we got to step on this. Look at air compression tester. Yeah, I had the same. It's like missing most of it. Pressure tester. Fuel. That one's for fuel pressure. And here. Out of the mic. And empty. That looks like it. An easy out. You drill it and then it taps itself into whatever it's doing. What are they two? I don't know. The cutters for on the end of something. Another floor. We got a puller set. It's like a cam gear. It's going on a camshaft for dialing in. Yeah, a couple of those. Common. Let's go see what those boxes got. I think that is depth gauge, maybe for like a cylinder. It's like some kind of puller, though. Are they part of it? To push a caliper apart, maybe? Like a brake caliper? Don't know. Let's keep going. Sometimes the hints come as you dig. All right, another caps and dies. Taps. Most of these sets are missing half the goodies. Let's go back. Reamer, but it's not adjustable. Maybe it's a reamer. Is it saying on it? That says, I think it says taps right there. It's gotten so greased over, I can't read it. What's that, brother P-Touch? The old days. So you stamp out what you want it to say and you stick onto it. Different colors. Trying to see if you didn't set anything. That's a throwback to the 70s, huh? Alright. Looks like a... Is that a glow plug? That is a glow plug. Maybe that's to load a system for a glow plug. To see if the system works, not the glow plug. Wheel bearing tool. To what? I don't know what that is. Mercedes? Rear wheel bearing tool. I'll go with that. And, oh boy. I need a seat. Let's go get the camera lower. We'll kind of zoom in more on it. Yeah, I'll kick you over the other side. Let's go look over there. So it looks like a bunch of hole saws of different, brand new. I don't know if it was ever used, huh? Does it have what's called the mandrel? The part, yeah, that's the part that holds them. And definitely goes the plethora of. It's empty. This is electric engraver. Oh, I think we already opened that one, right? Little one, probably. We don't need the boxes for them. How much are these things now? That says $11.49. It's probably like $111 now. Let's a stud extractor. Extractor stud has it also, which is German. It hasn't been open in a while, huh? So these had like the little cams in them. So you get a bolt and you push it in there. It locks down on the bolt and tries not to damage the threads to grab it. That's cool. A lot of the, like the Volkswagen and Porsche, missing one now, huh? A lot of the Volkswagen and Porsche guys, German guys in general, anything that has that name on it is highly desired. Like original toolkit would have that on it. Comes the train. A whole bunch of them. Alright, let's go looking. That's a decently complete set. Small ones are the ones that always break, right? Shut you off for a second. Let that noise go by. Something in the back here. What these are? Maybe for a slide hammer. Looks like maybe it was a chisel of something for an air hammer, and it got broke. Don't see much. See, these are all made in USA. Don't see USA and Germany stuff. Oh boy, we got a heavy one. Oh. All right. Body hammer made by anybody? The name there. Can't read it. Mac Tools. Looks like it's for body work, would be my guess. My guess is like reaching up in a panel and kind of tapping against it. They call them a slap hammer. I don't have any of this stuff. This is for when stuff doesn't want to come apart. You wrap it right around it like pipe and stuff. You crank down on it. I don't know. What's your guess? Valves maybe? Kind of looks like it has something like a valve spring would go on that. Maybe there's more to this. Gauges. Looks like maybe to reduce your air pressure. Start going through this fairly quickly. I know it's getting long. Yeah, that kind of looks like valve stuff maybe. You're pushing down on valves to take the keepers off. This looks like it would bolt down to a cylinder head, and usually maybe this is the tool for Like you get underneath it and push down on it. Problem is, I don't know what vehicle it fits. That looks like for doing body work too. Make sure you can see me. I'm gonna flip you out. Hold on. All right, now I can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, it looks like it's for like pushing dents out. I say that. I don't know on those. Kind of looks like bodywork kind of stuff, doesn't it? This looks like mounting brackets, maybe for that bar that we had earlier that went across. Take another engraver. That's for pulling springs. What's it say? It says made in USA with a part number. That's that. Another one with a part number. Homemade tool. It looks like it goes on top of a cylinder head for maybe doing valves. I don't know. Has it? What is this? So it checks the grease on something. Maybe end up a camshaft. Maybe that locks onto a camshaft. That end. No, it doesn't rotate. I don't know. How it goes. What would this part be for? To hold it, maybe? Body dolly. I'll pull the rest of that stuff out. We'll just look. Porsche T-belt adjustable tensioner. Jeez. Fancy. He's got some paperwork on it with some instructions on it. Porsche 944 something or other. It's got instructions how to use it. And what we got? Merc diesel pre-chamber tool. Alright. Pipe cutter. Let's see some of these boxes real quick. Mercedes power steering pulley. Yeah, definitely a lot of... I guess if you need it, you need it, but am I ever going to use any of this? Bodywork stuff I'll keep on. I don't know. What are you going to do with that? Big ass press. So you get stuck in a vise or doing ball joints maybe? Doesn't say. There was a whole room. There was a guy that bought all that stuff. There was a whole room of just like auto parts, all in these and all in their original packages, and he bought all that stuff. Probably a room maybe 30 foot by 20 foot with shelves all through it. Thousands and thousands of parts. That is for doing brake lines. Clarin. We looked at this one already or no? Pulley removal. Right. Alright, got more drawers. Yeah, these for doing valves. Body hammer. Let's go back up top. Alright. Back a little bit. Yeah, see if we can kind of hustle along a little faster. I thought we were doing okay, but it seems like it's taking forever. I don't know. We'll just round that one right off. Bunch of homemade tools. Again, it looks like a lot of stuff for like doing cylinder heads. Has it also? Are these a ring? No, it's not a ring compressor. It's probably just grease, right? Yeah. What is that? Is that part of the toolbox? I would say that was the lock. That was in the toolbox. Wheel cylinder honer. Aimco. Busted. I know why. Again, the same name. Snap-on, 17 millimeter and 21 millimeter. This looks like for drain plug on transmission for Volkswagen, if that's 17 millimeter. I usually have a big 17 millimeter Allen wrench that I use, but that'll get up in there. Yeah, good. That'll get up in there without having to bend around it. Is that 13 millimeter? Yeah, cool. All right, so a lot of air-cooled Volkswagens, distributor, the carburetor, fuel pump, the back bolts. You have a funky wrench, and that is another has it. Am I saying it right? Nothing. Another reamer. Looks like a whole bunch of transmission alignment shafts. Are they plastic or metal? Some plastic. Most of them are plastic. So that's what they are for. Clutch alignment tool. This is kind of like a universal set. So they got little tapers on them. When you're trying to line a clutch disc up when you're bolting down that pressure plate. I don't know what that was for. It looks like part just of a puller set. Like a snap-on puller set. That would be like that thing over there. Would be going that kit. And that's where that's going to end up also. Maybe more of the same. Maybe these are like the center parts of the flywheel that they go in. I would guess so. And there's like the cone. Usually there's a rod, that rod in the center of it. So that's the rod, goes in for centering it. And do these have threads in it or not? I would think they would go on the end of that, depending on what size your centerpiece is. I know I'm getting a bunch of it wrong. You can correct me. Again, I'm just kind of guessing as we go through. One's got a tag on it, saying what it is. Midget 1500 Spitfire. Oh boy. Yeah, we have to put you in the stand for this one. Hold on. All right. So we have an old Makita sander polisher. I don't know if it's variable speed. Yeah, it is. Good. That's good for doing like putting a buffing disc on it. If it works. Maybe I'll plug that in a little bit later. That cord is like, yeah, maybe not. It's all right. It's just a cord. We have, this looks like you put like the little grinding stones on it. Yeah. Disc die grinder. Probably for like opening up cylinder heads and all. Another BMW reset tool. That's why I stay away from the later German stuff. There's so much. What we got there? Fancy wheel weights. Oh, we got more to add to that. Those are the funky ones, though. One's for alloy rims. Beast of a drill bit. No, what is it? Oh, it's in there backwards. Like, well, how's it have threads on both sides? I saw that. And Calopascal PSI. Snap-on. I don't know what you would use it for, though. It says you would hang it, so. I don't know. Is it vacuum and PSI? Oh, that's a beast, huh? You know, somebody painted it gold. They're probably on a job site. Yeah, all the gold tools are mine. We'll try plugging that stuff in a little bit. Looks like I had a handle on the back at one time. Get another Black & Decker drill. A couple of ball hones. A busted snap-on Oh yeah, I think I've seen better days. It's probably the old ones too, where you gotta. Oh no, it's got the probe that goes out. A lot of the old ones, you had to put like a jumper in between one of the plug wires. And we have an exhaust. This is a thing out of it. This is for opening exhaust. You hammer it in, and it straightens out the end of like bent up exhaust. What we got here? Wheel weights. And wheel weights. And I don't know what that is. That's a probably an oil filter wrench too. You put it in there and do one of those to get it to go. We got hammered on pretty good. I don't think that one's very accurate. He got to that. All right. Are we pretty much good on this? I think I'm going to go take off camera. I guess enough, right? I'm going to go probably take a bunch of this stuff. I'm going to line it up on the bench. I'm going to go take my time and just kind of probably line these up and get a little bit of organization to see what we actually have. And then I'll make a throwaway pile and all. And we'll put like maybe similar things together. Oh, actually, I got more. Hold on. There was stuff that was in the back of the truck. And it is, or her. And we got straight 40 weight oil in a case. We have, these are all helicoils, like different size helicoils. You strip threads out in something, you drill it out to a larger size, and repair it back to its own size. Sandpaper. Another toolbox. This thing was on a bench. Just as we were ready to leave, we unbolted this. This is an engine stand for Volkswagen and or Porsche air-cooled engines. It was mounted to a bench. You got to mount it to a bench of some sort. But it is definitely a heavy-duty version of that. I don't know if I have a bench to mount that to, but we'll see. This is just spray cans. The case is mine. I brought it in there. Spray cans, more sandpaper. Just kind of weird. All this stuff, because that building is going to be gone, so that it's all getting cleaned out. And you know, eventually everything, whatever's left, is going to go to scrap. There's still more stuff being sold out of it, and a house is going to go there. And these wheel weights. Wait, but wait. Oh, get so late in there. I know you can't see down in there. More wheel weights. Wait. Wait on the weights. Uh-huh. I got all used crap laying over there. More? Yes, there's more. I was hanging on the side of the toolbox. It looks like air grinder. Flapper disc. Good for doing welds. And this looks like, I don't know, maybe pressurizing radiator caps and radiators to test them. Could have used that a little while ago, huh? Reamer, it looks like. Oh, it's a drill bit. Air tank is for filling up your tires. In remote locations, you fill it up, you know, with your compressor, and then you walk. Made in Minnesota, was it? Yeah, I think so. Springfield, Minnesota. I think these are more wheel weights. Yeah. That cabinet in the back, you hang it on a wall, and you put all your fuel hose and vacuum hose and everything in it. I'll help organize it. I got it sitting in a pail upstairs. And let me dig you. I don't know, slide hammer maybe? That would be the hammer part of it, wouldn't it? It's got enough weight to it. It's like somebody cut a box out. This was for something else, maybe. Maybe they made a puller out of it. Did it say something on it? Wheel bearing puller. I don't know what the rest of that says there. All right. We have, oh, we got this. Yeah. That one's part of my truck. That one's not. That's got a winch underneath it. The lighting over here is not great. It's yeah. Funky wrenches. Let's see. Yamaha. The Yamaha on it? It does. So, old motorcycle maybe? Yeah, Yamaha. And just a ton of oddball stuff. So, I don't know if we have any actual sets of wrenches or anything in here. If they're... This kind of looks like something that you would maybe throw in your car and you go into like a junkyard to go get parts or something maybe. Maybe that's what this was for. And at some point I got to charge the battery up. Here's the air table that was there. It is pretty similar to the one I have, which is going to be a handy lift. There's an air cylinder underneath it. You got a foot pedal right there that you put air to and goes up and down on a cylinder and locks. This is a funky setup for a tire chuck for, you know, a motorcycle or whatever. And then it has extensions that go on. So that's 24 inches by 80 inches is the size of that. And then on the wall is the extensions, the ramps, all those pieces. And those were never used. They were found in like 3 different parts of the buildings. We went hunting around and finding different stuff. Somewhere there's the 2 short pieces too. I think it might be, yeah, it's underneath it down there. So we got all those pieces for it to go put one together. These are the legs that support these going across. I'll show you what it looks like together because I already have one. And it should look something like this. This is one that's all assembled that I've been using for a long time. And it just has a pedal that's on the other side, runs an air cylinder. It causes the X to open and close. There's rollers on top and rollers on the floor to open and close it. Yeah, right there. Usually you set it on the floor. I like holding it on the floor. You step on it a lot of times and it scares the crap out of you. So it's good to kind of have it up out of the way. This is a tire chuck that I have on mine. I actually kind of like the one that's over there better. I have a friend that is interested in that. He may be grabbing that or not. It depends on what I want to go swap around. Maybe I don't know, give him this one, I'll take that one, or something along those lines. Well, I'd say that took a minute or two. Got them all pretty much emptied out and in like groups is probably the best way to say it. And now I'm going to go through and see if I can find any kind of sets of anything that is here. Bit kind of stuff, clutch stuff, honing, anything with a gauge on it, anything that said BMW, which I didn't know what it went to. On the other side, we have a pile of everything electrical. Figure we'll plug everything in, see what does and doesn't work. So anything plugged in, anything that was pneumatic, all the stuff that you mount inside a toolbox for sockets and wrenches and all. Those are the oil filter wrenches, electrical, small bits, Allen wrench kind of stuff, picks and whatnot, all the micrometers and veneers and measuring. We have the tap and die sets. We have the valve lapping stuff, hoses, again, more of the machine shop kind of things. On the floor, it's just a miscellaneous, I know what half the stuff is, you know, the cutters and all that kind of stuff, but some of these things I don't know, you know. Again, that's for valve tooling to get the valves out. I haven't done anything with that socket drawer yet. Again, I found a bunch of other sockets, so hopefully we find some sets out of it. I don't know, did we do this out of it yet? And again, sockets going to screwdrivers, wrenches, hammers, things that you hit with a hammer, pliers, and this is where we started, I think, right here with the hole saws. All right, I am going to go take some more time and try to get all this stuff cleaned up. Plus, I took out all the liners out of the box that they were kind of pretty shot. kind of switched my attention to the toolboxes for a little bit because I want to put the stuff back in one of them, but the drawers are really kind of draggy. Let's go see if a little bit of Croil can break up the grease that's in them. If I wipe down all the drawers, I hit them with a vacuum cleaner already. That's better. I should probably get like up inside there. And it's getting there. We only have about 50 slides to do, so I'm gonna go run around. Yeah, that definitely makes an improvement. Find another one that's... How about one of these? That one's bad. This one's got a bend to it. I think if we work that stuff in there, get a pipe wrench on here, we'll try to twist that one back. Some of them aren't too bad. Yeah. None are just butter. That's all I'm going to do for the next half hour. So you can see I'm digging in deeper because that's how these things go, right? And the lock is punched out of it. So I'm figuring if we can somehow... I was thinking about tying this up. This is a ratchet in the back. That locks into all the bars on the bottom, on the back rather. And you would take the key, you would flip it over, it would keep it in the locked up position, be unlocked, and then you relax it, it would lock all the drawers. Although this one has the little individual locks on it, that thing that you have to pull so the door doesn't open. Let's go in my stash and see if I have anything possibly we can use. We need 3 of them. I don't know about that one yet, but let's go concentrate on this, see if we can go find anything. I have a box or a toolbox or something upstairs that just has a bunch of different kind of lock things in it. Of course I do. Let's go look, see what's up there. Zigzagging. Going hunting, and I think it should be right here. Yeah, all kinds of locks. You got a bunch of, I don't know if any of them are keyed the same or not. That would be nice. Let's go grab some of this stuff. Different styles. Here's some different style ones. I think we could change the ends on them. All right, let's go start with those, see if they're even close to being what we need, and go from there. Apologize about the background noise. I got a fan blowing on me. So this one's got a clip on it. It'll come out. I don't know if we have to unbolt the. Sometimes you got to unthread the hook part of it. There we go. We got it. So we need to mimic that. You know, we could probably steal that straight edge. The other part is like the depth of it. How far that goes. So I'm going to see what I can come up with a combination. That one might be the same with the offset, right? And we get a big jam nut instead of, I don't know if this will fit on here. I'm going to see what I can come up with a couple times. I still want to get the bottom drawer out though to go see if there's anything on the bottom of the box. Alright, it kind of works. Right now you can shut a drawer, no problem. You can lock it, locks the drawer. Take the key out. Open it, you can see the lever in the back open up. It allows it to work out. But you can't take the key out. This key only comes out in one position. Which I guess is okay. You have to leave the key in it when you're using it. But I did find 2 locks that have the same key number on it. So both sides will be the same. This box is not going to get used that much. That doesn't bother me that much that the key's going to be left in it. Only when it's open, which will be all the time because I'm the only one that's here. All right, I'm gonna go continue finishing on, see if we get the other one set up, but at least we have a way to, you know, if we want to, lock the drawers. Anything? Dirt. Man, that was like Geraldo's vault. Yeah, we get nothing. A lot of times some stuff falls down behind the drawer. You know, $100 bills, that kind of thing. Not this time. All right, I'm gonna go try to knock this one out, get the lock in the other one, and start getting ourselves, finish up with show and tell, and get this show done. Well, I'd say that took much longer than expected. I ended up just screwing with the toolboxes a lot, but after that I went through and I organized all the tools, try to put things in more like piles of what we got. I think we already did a walk around. The camera was acting up, so I may or may not have got that on film. I was looking at the picture. It looked like it was smoke in here. Like the top third of the image had looked like smoke, but it was moisture inside the camera. It was fogging up the lens. Anyway, let's go for a little cruise again. So you got the electrical tools, pneumatic tools, anything that goes in the toolbox, the whole thing's down. I got all the Chapman sets put together. I found all the bits for all of them, or most of them. And it came with the Allen packs too. I got the Allen packs together, and whatever that set is. And then the leftovers. I have a couple of boxes of like leftover stuff. And you throw them in there, and then as you need them, you pick away. Like you lose the socket, you go hunting for it again. All the calipers together. All the tap and die sets and reamers and whatnot that are in there. Again, I never found the last piece for the valve cutting setup. But all this, most of this stuff can go over by the lathe. I already have some of this. They may go. I'm going to split up. I'm going to make two piles, one to bring home and one to stay here, because the home pile is kind of pathetic. This is like, I don't know. Well, I know what they are, but I don't know what to do with them, kind of thing. I think these are for pushing brake calipers back, and that is all for making brake lines and whatnot in that box and cutting brake lines. Same with that one. Sockets I got pretty much organized. I found a decent amount. Complete set there, although it mixes between 12 and 6 point. This is a metric set of Mac. It is missing I think a 27 and a 28, I think is what I'm missing. And one of them's cracked in there. Well, that came out pretty good. And yeah, screwdrivers, the hammers, all the body tools we put together. A lot of stuff is decent. It's, yeah, most of this stuff is bought before, Harbor Freight even existed. I found broken tools back in here, so the ratchet and a couple of breaker bars. The ratchet's missing the pawl in the center to switch it back and forth, but I found it was a couple of rebuild kits in here. I don't know if it comes with that or not. Actually, that might be it right there, huh? But there's a bunch of rebuild kits that were in the toolbox too, whether they're new or old, I don't know. So possibly you could fix that ratchet. And I finish cruising this line first. Drill bits, got the drill bit sets all put together. Took all the boxes out of the hole saws, and that looks like a really nice set in there. Got a bunch of extra mandrels for it too. And over on the bench, we got the wrenches that were kind of laying around. This was all the German has it tools, so everything that's on here is that, except for these. But I figure I'll put them in a separate box as like more of a collection than useful because they're oddballs. And this is a bunch of the other stuff that was just kind of laying around, different wrenches and whatnot. Try to make sets out of what was there. And came up pretty good. Yeah. Toolboxes. So I went, got the locks working. I had to work on drawers. The drawers were all a mess. I took, so the bottom drawer barely moved, and it was kicked in the center. It was probably kicked in the center from trying to close it all the time. The slides for this drawer are the same as that little drawer up there. So I swapped the two of them. I took them apart, bent them up, tried to get them working as best as possible. But as soon as you're going to put weight in this, it was never going to work. So that one now works much better. I have two drawers that are kind of iffy. This one and that one. They got little locks on the side. It works. Not great. And I want to say it's... No, actually it's this one. Yeah, the one with the thing on it. So these were the slides that were down there. I probably will use this the least, but it does function. So I tried to get the ones that were, you know, more useful to work the best. That toolbox wasn't used anywhere near as much as the Snap-on box was. This is more like a homeowner one, but it's in, you know, much better shape, but not meant to handle as much weight. These are not, there's no bearings in these. So you can kind of feel it, the drawers are lighter. And again, put a lock in it, got the lock fixed. The top drawer is out of it. That's the one that we just had all the sockets in. That one over there. So, came out pretty good. I think this one's gonna stay here. This one's gonna go to the house with some of the hand tools that are here because I don't need more of the same. And the home setup is kind of iffy. And the other toolbox I want to go, you see in the far corner over there, there's a craftsman box. That has like drill bits and tape measures and measuring tools and that kind of thing are in there. And again, like drawers like broken sockets and wrenches and all that you use for cutting up and making stuff. So I think that has run out of room. So I'm probably going to use this one, and maybe between the two of them, we can make one drawer. You open this drawer up, it's all, you know, drill bits or tap sets all together instead of being scattered around a bunch of different drawers. All right, we'll check out the lift table in a little bit. Let's go figure out what I want to do. How about you want to take a tour of the toolbox that I use now, which is the main one. I probably had this about 20, 25 years. This is an old parts cabinet from a warehouse factory. All the parts for the machines in the factory would have been in this. Came out of Gillette, actually. And they were scrapping them, and you could put your bid on it if you wanted one for free. I took one. It used to be like silver color. I painted it to make it look like a toolbox. Anyway, junk drawer are the top two. You see all the old bins, the original bins that were in it. There's like just miscellaneous stuff. And this one's pretty much the same. So they're kind of like junk drawers with a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Kind of like the kitchen in your house. And then we start getting a little bit more organized. Screwdriver drawer, anything that kind of looks like a screwdriver. This is the socket drawer. Tis my socket set. I think we might be able to get some of that half-inch stuff. I could probably go with for a better set if I can get those last two sockets. Plier drawer. Actually, anything that kind of cuts. Same thing with that. This is more like adjustable pliers kind of thing. This is just all kind of regular pliers, vice grips and stuff that won't fit in the other categories. And then this is all like scissory kind of stuff. There's kind of a method to the madness. Wrench drawer. All the metric stuff is in the back. All the SAE stuff is in the front. And the middle kind of fights for it. This hammer drawer. Things that go along with the hammer. Hardware. More hardware. And the bottom's kind of like electrical slash junk drawer kind of thing. So, I say about every 5, you probably do, every 5 years or so, it seems like I take everything out of the toolboxes, make piles, kind of like we got going on over there, put all the sockets together, all this together, all that together, because it grows over time, and then all of a sudden, there's not enough room for that same drawer, and I kind of redo it. This is, yeah. Every drawer is a junk drawer. I'll kind of show you. This is, it's funny because I kind of know what's in every one of them, though. I don't know how to categorize them, but I do know. You know, files, calipers, things that measure, electrical, 3/4 inch drive stuff. This is going to be all your taps and dies, and so you can see how like this one's over full, and I got some stuff in another location. So I outgrew the drawer, so the whole idea is kind of like to reset them. It's kind of the same as what you saw over there. Puller set, and then there's a whole puller set on the wall. Staple stuff. This is, as you can kind of like soldering, and you can see that, where was it? Soldering stuff more down here. More soldering stuff. So again, it runs out of room, you know. These are all like more measuring blocks and whatnot. This is more like machine shop kind of stuff. This is all stuff to do with kind of brakes. Self-explanatory. All clamps, weather hose and or exhaust. Clamps. Compression tester stuff. This is more exhaust stuff. Like, yeah, I mean, like it's in two different places. Exhaust expanders and all. Junk drawer. This is all like land of broken sockets and stuff. If I ever go to return anything, this is where it ended up. And of course, it never does. It sits there. Tire repair. Soldering stuff. Measuring and glues and tapes and whatnot. It started out as fuses and then it went to light bulbs and batteries. It should be all markers. That's that one. Well, this mess over here, you want. So this is mostly like a junk drawer. This is like where you're going to go pick for sockets if you want to go make something, or you're missing a socket, or you want to, you know, modify a tool. Will be this stuff. This is just overflow wrenches that don't fit in that regular wrench area without making that wrench area really clogged. So it's more the specialty wrenches, more specialty wrenches. A little bit of everything. Things that punch holes, we'll call that. And drill bit stuff. Some of the drill indexes are over by the drill press. More drill indexes that are now over by the drill press. More stuff to punch holes. Drill bits. Hole saw bits. Hole saw bits. Drill bits. Scrapers and things that'll cut you. Brushes. Things that measure. And kind of wire wheel, wire brushes, drill bit, sharpener, and that kind of thing. So you can see how, like, it'd be better if you can get one drawer that is more of the same thing all the way across. You can kind of go find what you want and be a little bit more organized. So that should be what happens. This is all drill bits too, all up in here. So how about we go plug some stuff in and see what makes smoke, what still works. Funny part is usually the older stuff I have a problem with. You find something from the 2000s is where it is an issue. This battery charger is probably from the 70s. And watch it not do anything. Need my glasses. Works. There's that. There's a smaller one behind it. Let's go see what this one does. This, like, so something like this I would be more concerned about unless it's like a really good name. This is Napa. But where's it made? Not hating, just stating. Sometimes that's a lot to do with it. And these are, you know, they start getting with the smarter battery chargers. I hate them. It's humming. Power. It's on 10 amp and normal. Yep, that one's working. Sometimes they won't charge. They'll tell you that the battery's no good. You can't use it and everything. And like, because if the voltage is too low. I'll put it on your old battery charger and the battery will come back to life. We got a grinder. Also looks like it's from about the 80s. I see burn marks. Is that a bad sign? Is that variable speed or no? Nope. Works. Some of these cords are getting kind of iffy though. Mainly drill when you had Popeye arms. Hope none of these are on. Gotta jump off the bench. That's a wrist breaker. That's got some torque behind it. Let's go see what this one does. That next one, the cord's really iffy on. This one right here. Let's go see what we get with this though. I'm gonna say probably yes. Variable speed. Good. This. Let me turn you. Yeah. Let's go. Ain't much holding that cord together. What could possibly go wrong, right? Yeah, see, I think the camera's doing it again. See on top here, it looks like it's all frosty. Got moisture in it. Good. Good. Let's go get some pneumatic tools and go try them. I gotta let the camera cool down a little bit. Again, you can see at the top of your screen there, it looks like it's a little on the frosty side. Some moisture in the camera. Pneumatic stuff. Sometimes this stuff just needs a little, like it won't work, just put a little bit of oil in it. Oh, sounds good. Rodak. Little 1/4" drive air ratchet. Good. This is the beast. Ooh, that one sounds happy. That might move to the front of the line. This is an old air ratchet, huh? Mac. Look how big the thing is. Chisel. I might have to put pressure against this one for it to work. No. Didn't like my air hose though. I gotta go fix it. I gotta go push the center of my fitting out of there. There we go. Might happen again. Let's go see. A little die grinder or cutoff wheel. It's a nice feeling one. See what's the name on this one? You know? Get wore off. Another little grinder. That one sounds kind of ratty. And we go on with a long extension on it. Another 3/8 drive. I think. That one sounds a little lame too. And there we go. Good. Well, most everything worked. How many we got here with these lighters? I think the chances are these will work. I gotta fill it. What's this one? I hear noise. We open it. Check that one out. It'll dry up the camera. I think I used up whatever fuel was in it. I think you just put it where the cartridge goes in the back. Good. It's a neat little one. Want to go check out the air table? So this is a lift table made for motorcycles and ATVs and lawnmowers and all. So we found the lift table, and then all throughout the building I found the extensions, the posts, and the ramp in another spot, and the other two sections of the extension. The extensions for the extension ramp. Put it all back together. Got a safety bar underneath it with a pedal. Still wait for the compressor to shut off. Yeah, so the center of it, oh, look at that. Yeah, you can see the light getting you again. And we'll try to finish it up. All right, so the center of it is 80 by 24. It's got 8-inch extensions on each side. That makes it a 80 by 40, and then the ramp's probably about another 24 inches. It comes up, I want to say 3 feet, maybe 40 inches or so. Got a little drop down bar. Big air cylinder is in the middle of it, right there, and that is what squeezes it together, and it's got a safety bar that's down. So if you flip it up, give it some more air. You flip that up, then you hit the pedal, it's gonna make a lot of noise. And it allows it to drop back down again. And that one's pretty good because when it's up and the air's on, you don't hear any air leaking around the cylinder. I have the exact same one over there, but it you can tell it's getting a little long in the tooth. You can actually tell by looking at the patina that is on it too. Plus, this one has a different wheel chock in it than the other one does, which is kind of funky. Much more beefy. I don't know if it's better or worse, but it does take up more room. Like if you want to put something that has a front end on it, you can't get the front end as close as you can on the other one. But it also looks like the tire won't slip out as easy. All right, guys, I gotta go let the camera dry out. Look at the light. Well, I put you out in the sun for a couple hours, and you have cataracts. All the moisture kind of zeroed right center of the lens on the inside. Hopefully, I'm going to put it in the windowsill at home, and we'll let it dry up and hopefully fix itself. If not, this camera may be doomed. I worked on this thing for about 2 hours after its last blast, and for those who don't know what I'm referring to, last week, the car was sitting here. I removed the bung from the bottom of the radiator, eventfully, and it just shot coolant directly at us, and I did a tumble over to the side, and the camera took a direct shot in the face. So it took a lot of antifreeze. You took antifreeze to the face. Anyway, so hopefully that kind of cures itself. If not, I got to go chase another one. But for this one, I think we're pretty good. I know it's kind of estate sales and whatnot. It's sad. You're looking at somebody else's life that's gone to completion, and whether they've gone into something else or passed away totally. It is a little sad just to see the winding down of their scenario. And unfortunately, it's just part of life, and it's going to be part of my life. The shop will be the same thing. Eventually, this will all be gone, and all my stuff will be going the same way. But having said that, I would rather have my stuff go to a bunch of enthusiasts instead of a big dumpster. And sometimes that happens. A family takes up, I'm not saying this is this scenario, but a family takes over a property, and the farm gets sold, the houses get wiped out, gets chopped up for 20 houses, and everything goes into the dumpster and gets just kind of trashed. Where this, at least, a lot of the stuff gets saved and continues on with enthusiasts. And I would hope that when my day comes, the same thing happens. All right, guys, with that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you all for hanging out. And it is not your eyeballs, as I said. Hopefully this kind of cures itself, and we can continue on with 4K. I don't have to take a step backwards with the old cameras. All right, that's it. Later, guys.